This is an epic day here at Bite Size Media because we're on Avatar, and guess what episode it is? It's the finale for Book 2, baby. Want to say it all together?
Return to the Great Divide.
That's not what it is. Ready?
The Crossroads of Destiny.
Density. This is one of the best finales, honestly.
He's a Book 2 stan, apparently.
I'm just an Avatar stan. I just love.
That's fair.
It's just
all three season finales are great.
Oh yeah.
Do you think that the Netflix show will get this far? Or do you think Netflix will cancel it?
I really do think they will because
you think
and then they'll pull the whole show off days later.
That's the one thing Netflix hasn't done yet, if I'm correct.
As of when we
record this, yeah. So far, Disney has dropped stuff, Max has dropped stuff, but not Netflix as of yet.
Yeah, we filmed this in July.
Yeah.
This is October when this comes out.
Oh boy, it's gonna be out.
So, yeah. If you're wondering how far ahead we are,
we're doing good. We're doing great.
Yeah.
But I am so itching to watch this. I'm trying to remember what all goes down in my head.
I mean that's the big thing.
Yeah.
What confuses me about this is that, so if I remember correctly, last week we spent this whole amount of time, I'm not gonna let Katara go. Then he comes to that moment where he has to, right? Well,
because he can't unlock it unless he does.
But he comes to that moment and he lets her go, and then it just goes back to normal. Is it because he died and came back?
Maybe. Well, remember, doesn't he not go into the Avatar state for most of Book 3? I don't think he does until the end.
Very end.
Not play. It doesn't.
Yeah. I think
that's right. I think it's when it gets triggered against Ozai at the end. Spoilers, of course. If you're this far in.
Listen.
Yeah, I don't think he uses it at all in Book 3 until the end.
I think it's just
because he's like disconnected from the spiritual side of the Avatar or something. Because he kind of did die.
It's fair. I mean, Korra died too. She killed the line of the Avatar.
That's right. That's another show.
That's another show.
I want to watch.
As of now, let's just watch this. Let's get into this. Let's
take a bite.
This is Greg. And ladies and gentlemen, that was an experience. We just watched the Crossroads of Destiny. I mean, it was a pretty dense episode, so you got that right at least. So much happens. This might be the biggest game changer Avatar has had.
Yeah.
It's weird. Zuko snaps so quickly back from a change that they've been driving at for an entire season.
Amazing what younger siblings do to you.
I was literally about to say
we understand that.
Yeah, I don't.
Because literally, episode and a half or so, he's acted like, "Oh golly gee, Uncle, I'm so happy for you. I'm loving life." And then the second Azula shows up, "What are you doing here?" So there he is.
There.
Yeah. And I love how he went to go try to duel Azula, and she just said, "Not dealing with you." Just had the dialy just swoop, swoop, like lock him up. Like, that was...
Yeah.
I like how dismissive it was. It shows how more powerful she is than he is. At least at this moment.
Oh, man.
I don't think she's more powerful than him. I think she just has one over on him psychologically.
Yeah. Yeah, I think she is a little bit more powerful. Well, like...
I don't know. He ends up beating her in the end.
Well, that's what I was going to say. As of now, she's more powerful.
It's unclear. He kind of beats her.
He doesn't really
with
beat
Katara's
her.
help.
He makes the choice to save someone instead of fight someone, and then Katara puts her on ice. Well, in ice. That shot is... I always love. Oh, I heard you when she gets Aang in this with that lightning bolt. It just makes you so mad. That smarmy look, the way the camera rolls off, it goes like away from her fingers. You're like, well, you're shocked, but us already knowing it's gonna happen is just like.
I can't believe she got him. Like, that's.
Yeah, well, because what do most people do? They
I mean,
stare in awe at this power, but she's just like, nah. And she knocked off his little shoe.
I know. And the hole in his foot now.
Ouch.
Yeah.
I said it before we started rolling, but can you imagine what a different type of finale this would be had they not like made it known that he was still alive?
You know, I
at the
half
end?
wonder. I know this isn't going to be true, but I half wonder if the creators or the writers for this were just like, what if we do that? And Nickelodeon's like, that's a little too dark. It's like, yeah, that's fair.
Well, that's the other thing too. Like they're talking about a coup this entire episode. How does their target audience even know what a coup is?
It's
Like
show.
I
It's a car.
I know. That's a coupe.
That's a barrel.
Oh, jeez, here we go.
That's no. That's for chickens.
Oh, I should have said that. I'm walking on eggshells.
Oh.
No. Anyway. Oh my goodness.
But
So
yeah,
much happening. The first time we've really seen Iroh interact with other members of Team Avatar. Like, it was kind of weird to see, like, him directly talking more to Aang and Sokka. It's like, yeah, this is a little
It's
weird.
also
just
weird to
'cause
realize that he knew where they were the entire time.
that is true.
Like not just that they were in the city. Like that sort of makes sense.
yeah.
But that he knew where they were living.
Again,
He
that
could have asked
doesn't-
that guy that he captured too.
True, but it also
The
doesn't.
guy would
surprise-
know where they
But it
are.
also doesn't surprise me all that much because he's so
I
all
mean, he is
knowing.
Iroh.
I literally think he
Yeah.
captured the guy and said, "Where is the Avatar staying?"
Yeah,
Maybe. We never see it, so who knows? Maybe there's an extended cut. Of
Yeah,
this
there's a
series.
plan. It was all part of the plan.
But actually, I would like to see
Yeah.
an extended cut of this. That would be really cool. I don't
I
know
like
An
that-
extended cut of the entire thing.
I like the
Oh,
little
yeah.
detail of Azula's talking to all the Dai Li, trying to kind of weed out the weaker ones, and you see the scar on him to kind of differentiate, and then he's the one that Iroh ends up capturing. That was a nice little touch.
Yeah, I love the they both have, she's so intimidating but inspiring. It's weird.
Yeah. I really like that little short conversation Iroh and Aang have. That's really the only time they interact in this whole
yeah, pretty
show.
much. What
It's just an Iroh.
what
thing.
ends up happening to the Dai Li?
I don't
Do
remember.
they fight in the Day of Black Sun?
I feel like they do. It's been a long time.
Yeah,
I
I
don't-
would
Well,
be
let's hurry up and
surprised if
watch and
they-
get to there.
I'd be surprised if they never brought him back again. So
Yeah,
I
that'd
feel
be
like,
weird.
You talk.
Maybe they just don't have the same sort of presence.
Yeah, I could see that happening.
It's funny because I think this might be the first fight he's had with Azula. Maybe the first time we've seen Azula fight really since the chase.
Yeah, I'm looking.
This would have been the
No, the drill.
They were fighting at the drill.
Yeah, she knocked him out.
That's right.
So she kind of won part of it, but then he ends up winning in the end.
Yeah, this is the first fight he full on lost, I think,
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
and maybe the only one he full on loses.
Well,
Yeah,
Day
and
of the Black Sun. Not a specific.
I don't
duel,
think
but
he full on loses that, but
they
like
just lose all the other spoilers, of course. I was looking at the gap between seasons. From Siege of the North to Avatar State was like 4 months, 3 months.
Mm-hmm.
The gap from Crossroads of Destiny to The Awakening, the premiere of Book 3, was December to September.
That's a doozy.
Which our
Which
show,
probably-
our normal like adult shows, it's about a year, a little less than a year, because
depends what show.
depends what show.
Yeah.
But like this show, because kids shows are so weird in how they release episodes that imagine that's the last thing you see, and then you have to wait like what is that, like 9 months?
Yeah, that would be crazy.
I mean, to be fair, network TV shows, it's not quite a year. It's like they end in May, and a lot of the normal network ones start again in September.
yeah, but that's only 4
October-ish.
months. This is like
And
how long
that's
is
a lot of times like sitcoms that have already filmed
Yeah.
the whole thing, and then because they start in the fall and end in the spring, like stuff like that. Plus, there's
like,
two
but
schedules.
Smallville would do that. It would
Mhm.
end in April or May, and then start up again in September.
Yeah,
or
because they're
October.
constantly going. Where this is a full long wait. Well, then other shows take a while.
Yeah. Yeah, like I'm thinking like House of the Dragon or stuff like that.
Yeah, like
that
Mandalorian.
Mandalorian, it takes years to film.
Better Call Saul, I think, had like a 2+ year gap because of COVID. COVID affected a lot, but like COVID, and they were already taking about a year between each season or more. But I with this episode, remember how I told you the last thing I saw, the initial run of the show was Tales of Ba Sing Se. The first thing I turn it on to after Tales of Ba Sing Se that I ever saw was like months later. It's the beginning of that fight.
Oh yeah. Oh my god.
In that crystal cavern thing. That is what I turn on and go, oh, okay, we're fighting. And then I see him get struck. And it, like, sent chills down my spine. I'm like, because, you know, as a show, you've had people die, well, sometimes unclear, but like, it's probably the most intense moment of violence in the whole show.
Oh yeah.
And it's felt it's the cutting
not really
back
that
and forth.
Violent, like
Because we don't see
visibly
it,
violent,
but
it's
it's the
implied
implied,
violent.
yep. And the way it cuts back and forth between the negative frames of him doing that is,
And I don't know why, like up until this point when I remember watching it for the first time, I always thought when he was in the Avatar state he was just like invincible, like you could not just get through to him. And so when it like this happened, I was like, oh my god.
I mean, to be fair, it was his first time like presumably controlling, because it's the first time we've seen it without like a full like ball of all 5 elements around him that I can think of.
I don't think he said fire though. When did he have fire?
All the times he's put the ball thing around him.
I don't remember
there?
it being fire.
I thought it was just like a ball of energy.
Yeah, I don't think there's. I think every time he's done it, it depends on where he is with what element.
Maybe.
So I think it's adding one on, because then we wouldn't see all of them together until the
I still
show's
think
finale.
there was a couple spots in the first season where he had fire.
I don't think so.
Okay.
I don't remember though.
All right, Jared.
When's the last time he used the Avatar state
That's what I
before
was
this?
trying
That
to
would be
remember as
the
well.
Avatar state episode, I think, is the only other time they use it in this season.
Yeah, they really do treat it like an atomic bomb kind of thing. Like you don't use it that often. Like it really comes in clutch. Like when you're like as
Well,
you're most.
no. If you treated it like an atomic bomb, you just don't use it.
Okay, I guess atomic bomb isn't the right thing, but
Unless you're America and
unless you're
totally-
Christopher Nolan, and then you just
Well,
recreate it whenever you want to.
the world is full of idiots.
Avatar.
Yeah, no, this is as much as I adore and love the end of book 3, this might be my favorite.
A lot of people are book 2 fans.
Yeah.
Yep.
I always love Ba Sing Se the most, and so I'm just thinking like, yeah, the way they wrapped everything up is it's perfection.
Ba Sing Se has fallen.
The Earth
That's
Kingdom
great.
has fallen.
What?
Isn't that what he said?
Yeah,
the Earth Kingdom has fallen.
Oh, did you say the Earth Kingdom?
Yeah.
Okay.
But at least
Still
Bosco
great.
is okay. That's all that
Yep.
matters.
That's what's really important.
Just take the
here.
bear. That tough metal bending, that door just.
Oh,
Oh, I love it. I love metal
God.
bending so much.
and I love that we got to see her figure it out in last episode, and then she puts it to good use in this one.
Yeah. I mean, she put it to good use in the last episode,
That's
too.
a good point. She really did.
Yeah.
And I love in the conversation between Zuko and Katara, like when they first like were in there.
The connection is the mothers, except they didn't have to yell Martha around a bunch of glowing green rocks.
Although oddly enough, they were also around a bunch of pointy rocks.
That we're green.
That's why I made the correlation.
Yeah. Yeah, funny how that happens.
Why did you say that? Why did you say that?
Don't make me want to watch BBS.
This is doing the opposite. This is making me really not want to watch it again.
Yeah, and Zuko. Oh, and I want to say Zuko's face when he makes that turn, when he's just going crazy, firing. It's almost like he is addicted to getting his honor back and hunting down Aang, and it's just this moment of like horrible
Rage.
release and rage.
Like, and it's the rapid fire too, like the like.
Contrasted with the look he has after they capture him and after they kill him and after they capture Iroh at the very end.
Yeah.
Where he kind of looks away.
It's like that.
Yep.
It's like he
Except
feels
right
regret.
at the camera.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was.
It's like he
perfect.
feels regret because then he says later, "I betrayed Uncle."
Mhm.
Yep.
That was perfect. That was such a good moment for him.
It's almost like in that moment when he's making that face and firing. It's like he's making the choice and he's like fighting himself a little bit on it, but it's like he feels like he can't stop.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
And it's going to take him most of the
saying-
next book to find his way.
You saying addicted to? I think that's the
he-
perfect way to describe it.
Does he? Is it the Day of the Black Sun that is the turning point for him?
Yeah,
I
I know
think
that's
so.
when he makes the
'Cause
the change, right?
I think so.
But somewhere in there, you start to get that turn of this isn't.
I think
he
it's,
got what he wanted, but it's not what he
I
wanted.
think it's the one that they spend on Ember Island, the beach day thing,
the beach.
which is one of the more awkward episodes of the
Yes, it is.
series.
Yeah.
That is the one that makes me feel the most secondhand embarrassment.
That was that's a fun.
That's
a
the fifth
fun one.
episode of book 3 too. So that's probably where it starts. You said, and then Dale Baxton's episodes 10 and 11. So it's like he spends most of that first half is before he makes the turn, which that being the turning point of the season and him making the turn perfectly set up.
Oh, absolutely.
Then after that, there's not that much.
So, aren't he and Aang somewhat like blood related?
yeah,
Because Aang is technically his grandfather,
or
great grandfather.
uncle or something, or cousin. It's
There's-
because
No,
Roku.
no, no,
It's
no.
because Roku.
Roku is his mom's father. I believe that's how it worked. We'll get there eventually.
Yeah,
but I believe that's
but
how
they
it
are
worked.
they are related technically. He's a reincarnation of a blood relative.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, until
Yeah.
then.
Well, wait. Thoughts on this is
Yeah.
the last episode. Thoughts on the season overall?
Yeah. I think this is I've always stood by Bossing Say it's my favorite stuff. The season I think is honestly my
Yeah,
favorite.
there's a lot more character stuff. I think in this. I mean, there has to be.
It
so
does
much growth by
does
every single
exactly
one of them.
what a sequel season in this case does.
It is
You
the
expand
Empire
the world.
Strikes Back of seasons.
Yeah, there you go. It expands the world and deepens the characters,
Yeah.
and it
They just
moves
need to
the
get that
whole
dang
time.
saddle back.
And what?
They just need to get that dang saddle back.
Which there's a time jump between seasons, so
How long
probably-
is the time jump? Like,
I don't know. It's a couple months, I think.
Did they time jump it right to like? So the comets at the end of the summer, the Day of the Black Sun
Is before that
is
somewhere.
like 2 months before that or a month before that.
Yeah, I think they'll
I feel like
explain, but
the last book is fast tracked as far as time frame for them
Yeah.
goes.
And that's-
The last book feels like it happens like all like it's like
It's
But it's
go,
because
go,
it's
go.
all just
So there you go.
The
The
only-
last book is Return of the Jedi.
the
because
only
it's
time
go.
the
Yeah.
only time it stops is for the Painted Lady and for the Ember Island players.
Yeah, I'm looking at these. It's just.
Nightmares and Dreamscapes is one of my favorites.
I was gonna say that there's another one that's just kind of that's the calm. That's a calm before the storm as well. It's literally just they're all having bad dreams
yeah. Oh,
Before
I
the
Just
remember that.
Aang that's
invasion.
having bad dreams.
or anger or whatever it is. It's
Up
It's like,
and
well, let's
Momo
see, we-
fighting.
Yeah. I remember that.
yeah,
That used to be. As a kid, I used to hate that. As an adult, watching that, it's so funny.
Pretty
Yeah.
great.
But as book 2, it's great. There's so many great episodes. There's no like last season has the one episode that everyone notoriously hates, and this one it's just like there's very little filler. There's so much good character stuff. It's a funnier season
It
than the
is.
first one. It's just a step up in just about every way. Like the first season is really good, and this one is even better.
Yeah, because I think it's this season I realized, like, obviously I'm watching season 1. I'm loving it. This is a great show. Season 2 comes around, I was like, oh, this is impact. Like, this is really well done writing. It's really bringing all the story threads together and pushing forward the characters really well.
Just because I have to say it one more time, it's a good thing they explained how the swamps work. Otherwise, I would not have understood
Jesus
how
That
how
was
Aang was able to see if Katara was in trouble or whatnot.
Yeah.
that was episode 4 of book 2. That was so long ago.
Almost like 16 weeks ago.
Yeah.
I don't remember. I should have probably checked. Did we pick a favorite episode from book 1 back when we ended it?
I don't think so. I don't remember picking a favorite.
Anyone have a
episode.
favorite episode of book 2 that comes to mind?
Appa's Last Days.
I like that one a lot. It's hard to choose.
It's hard to choose, honestly. There's just so much that happens.
I like
Zuko Alone.
Yeah.
Zuko Alone's another good
Zuko
one.
Alone is probably mine. I think just the most character work.
I do like Lake Laogai a lot too.
Yeah, that's a good one. Serpent's Pass was a good one.
See, it's too hard to choose. There's too many good ones.
The Library and Desert thing too, like those two. I can't choose. I thought I could. I can't.
No, it's too hard. It's way too hard.
I think it's easier to choose in the third season.
Or even the first season, because there's,
There's not much filler in the third book though either.
No. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I can't even pick. I brought it up because I thought I could, but it's like, no, I can't. I'm looking at this list.
Favorite episodes?
What?
I don't think we picked a favorite episode.
No. It's just too hard.
I can't imagine the people that have ranked this every episode.
It works so well as one thing. It's hard to pick them apart outside of like the 3 or 4 big ones, I guess, and like the couple low. You know what I mean? Like it's even hard to do that because everything in the middle is so close. I'll just pick Appa's Last Days just with you, just because I do really like that. Kind of ties everything together going into the last run of episodes.
Mm-hmm. All right, well, on that note, you guys have anything else to mention about the epic finale to Book 2?
No.
All right, it's a good finale. So yeah, make sure to stay tuned because next, guess what's next? Book 3, baby. We are rocking and cruising our way. We're getting there. I am so excited to watch this next week. But until
we have a break.
Yeah, we're taking a break.
Yeah, we got to explain it to them real quick.
This is ending in October, so we're doing our holiday stuff.
Right, this does end in
October. And then we will
October.
be back with the rest of Avatar,
the start of the new year.
The start of the new year.
So yeah, stay tuned to 2024.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
Yeah, we wanted to do all our holiday stuff again because it's the end of the year. We didn't want Book 3 to get cut off by the year, so we're ending the year with holiday-themed things each month leading up to New Year's, and then once the new year starts, we'll start Book 3.
So look at that. The season ended on a cliffhanger, and so does our series.
Which means that we will end Book 3 around the time we ended Book 1.
Yeah.
Because we started that at the beginning of the year.
Yeah, almost exactly a year.
Because I think there's one more
one
episode.
Extra,
wow.
Yeah.
It's like we planned this out or something. Look at that.
Well, yes.
So I guess until that happens, and until our incredible holiday stuff starts to happen, if you guys want to follow us online, Jared, where can they find us?
You can follow us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and the funny TikTok.
Yeah, is it funny?
If you'd like me to explain why it's funny, go watch the Swamp episode, and Dickey can explain it. And then you can listen to us on Apple, Google Podcasts, iHeartRadio, Spotify. And if you want to watch us, hey, like, subscribe, comment, ring our bell on YouTube. Check us out, rate us, and comment on funny little things, and check out our groovy website.
Absolutely. So yes, we got some holiday specials. Stay tuned for those. Stay tuned for 2024. We're coming out with next Avatar. We got some great stuff coming up soon. So from all of us here at Off Slate Media, thank you so much for listening to today's episode. When you want to hear us talk about more fun stuff on every Thursday, make sure to
take a bite.